really close. Nando had a heck of a game. Really, all of Execration making the right moves. They played. It didn't look like checklist Dota, but that's what it felt like to me. Every move they made was the correct one. Positioning across the map, getting split pushing done. So it's our last game of the day. Execration looking for their second series win. Evos trying to tie it up against one of the best teams in the group, if not the best team in the group, and stay pretty relevant here in Group B. With that all said and out of the way, it's the GOAT, the Capricorn, coming at you live. Mott and Brax, I don't even know what horoscope you are. What are you, buddy?
Why are you asking me this?
I don't know. It's like 8 in the morning.
Okay, that's true. All right, I am I'm a Leo.
A Leo. So you're a lion. Yeah. Congratulations.
Does that mean our personalities do they complement each other?
They're incommunicado or something. I don't know. Probably not. I don't think it means that. I don't think it really matters.
Shit. You need someone new for the cast now.
Yeah, we can't. This isn't gonna work out. Let me find I don't even know who Capricorn is supposed to like. Like, how does this work? I don't know. And that's what Dota heroes need. They need horoscopes. Random BS. Oh, it's a sea goat. It's not even a goat. It's a sea goat.
Wait. What is a sea goat?
I don't know, but that's what the symbol is. The zodiac symbol apparently is a fish, goat hybrid, or crocodile.
Wait. Goat hybrid or crocodile.
Yeah, that's what it says. I'm not making this shit up. This is on the Wikipedia page. All right, let me read this. Let's see. In Vedic astrology, Capricorn was associated with a crocodile or alligator, but modern astrologies consider Capricorn as sea goat. Its symbol is based on Sumerian's primordial god of wisdom and waters, Enki, with the upper and head and upper body of a goat and the lower body of a fish or tail of a fish. Wow. Holy shit. I am a goat man. I'm a goat fish, rather. That sounds right, actually. I'm a swimmer, for that matter. You know, maybe this whole astrology horoscope has got more than we thought.
Maybe I didn't give it enough respect.
Well, anyway, Mr. Lion, we are into the draft. It is Game 2. Execration looks really good. They're going to have Doom now, who has been nerfed. The Inferno Blade, not nearly as good as it once was. Clockwork Disruptor for Evos, very good combination of heroes, especially played in the 4 and 5 position. And then the Bounty Hunter coming out for Execration, the 4-role hero. A much different start to this draft than Game 1.
Okay. Interesting. Bounty Hunter. You know, this is a hero that I'm surprised we've only seen, or that I have only seen in one game so far, being this game. Especially since both these teams, or all these teams, they're battlers.
Yeah.
You know, they thrive off just killing each other over and over. This is the perfect hero for that. Warlock, all right.
Even
excellent
better.
Team fight, along with pretty decent lane phase. I mean, Clockwork can punish Warlock if you can ever actually get on top of him, but that does require you to be slightly out of position.
Yeah. Warlock will generally be in the back for the most part, but it's another battling hero. With Bounty Hunter and Track, they should be able to get a lot of gold, probably an Aghanim Scepter if the game goes well enough for Execration. The issue is I think they're lacking lockdown. You know, Doom could get an Ensnare or something like that, but Bounty Hunter has a slow and a mini stun. You know, Warlock has Golem and Upheaval, but you're not going to generally get Upheaval that early on into the game. You want to max Shadow Word and Fatal Bonds. Those two abilities seem really good. Although I suppose you can get a value point in Upheaval, which I've tried to do when I've played the hero, but he's certainly being picked a lot more now, you know, because there's all these dual lanes, and you want to have a strong support in that dual lane, and Warlock is one of those heroes because he has Shadow Word, and then extra good damage, so...
Extra good damage indeed,
God damn it.
Super-de-duper damages. The most powerfulest heals.
You piece of shit, why did you do this to me?
But yeah, it's really good at surviving these lanes where you just get spammed out, right? You just keep on dropping the heal over and over on your carry, whoever you're laning with, and then you can handle these tough lanes.
Yeah.
You know what we used to see from Newbie with Centaur
and
Warlock way back then.
That seems kind of gross. I don't know if Centaur is a thing anymore. They've buffed him numerous times. They even gave him a buff in this most recent patch.
Yeah, you know who was thrilled about that buff? Suns fan. He was like, "Wow, 4 damage! Can't wait to play Centaur."
Was he joking?
Oh, he was pretty upset.
Wow, what a great buff! I guess it's better than some other buffs. They did give him some mana reduction for Hoof Stomp. To be fair, that should not be a 130 mana skill in the first place. I think that should be like a 50 mana skill. Like,
Agreed.
Centaur's an idiot. He has no intelligence. He doesn't know anything. And they give him a freaking 100. Like, Double Edge is fine. It doesn't take any mana, but like, come on, like it should be a little bit less. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong because he has some mana issues. Anyway, that's a whole different story, I suppose. Lena's pretty good though for Execration. His hero's been making a comeback. She's done really, like, I've seen Lena crush a lot of matchups that you would think are more even. You know, I've seen like DP versus Lena, and Lena kind of just shredded that in that game. Of course, a lot of it had to do with skill, but she seems pretty good right now, I think.
Yep, Lena, if you can actually protect the hero, she does a ton of damage, but you're playing up against Night Stalker, Disruptor, and Clockwork. It's pretty difficult for Lena to function in team fights against these heroes, let alone just around the map when Lena wants to be farming constantly, because these heroes, they'll hunt you. Clockwork destroys Lena.
I mean, like, what are you supposed to buy against these? Like, Euls is probably the best item given the circumstances in this game. And, I mean, Lena's generally build Euls anyways, but, like, she could still die. You get hookshot, Euls, you put the Static Storm down while she's still up in the air, she comes down, she's just dead, then her voids her. Excuse me, and
yep,
that's it.
But the thing that Execration does have, of course, is the Warlock, right? And with Bounty Hunter, in theory, they should be able to get Initiation off first, or at least avoid these things just because of the nature of invisibility, right? You can get deep wards down to scout your enemy better than a normal hero could.
Yeah.
And you can just help scout around for the Lena. Could be good. But, yeah, Night Stalker. Are they going to ban out a hero with good night vision? Like, Slark is already countered in the Disruptor, right?
Yeah.
So, pretty shitty Slark game for Execration. Okay, they banned out the Terrorblade instead. Very interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting. I guess they just don't want to lose their towers.
But, yeah, it's the reflection against Luna, right? Luna can buy Manta Style and remove that now, but I guess they still want to make sure.
Yeah, that's fine. What was I going to say? I think this is a pretty good Warlock Golem Fatal Bonds game because Clockwork, Night Stalker, Luna, obviously Clockwork, Night Stalker both melee heroes, and Luna kind of wants to get in there because she has really short range.
Right.
So if they all collapse on like Alina, if they hookshot her, the Warlock just Golems and then Fatal Bonds, and they just all die, probably. You know, and especially if the Warlock doesn't get caught in the Static Storm, like, it should be fine.
They have pretty good ways of, or pretty good just AoE damage in general, right? Track with the Shuriken on Fatal Bonds heroes does a ton of damage. Lena, AoE. Looks good, looks good. What is this? Queen of Pain.
That's pretty good.
Okay.
She is going to probably be a Doom target. You know, when you think about the heroes in this game, there's really just the Disruptor, I would say, Luna and Queen of Pain that you would really want to Doom. I guess you could Doom Clockwork too. Maybe even Night Stalker, but like Queen of Pain, if she gets doomed, she has a rough time. If she doesn't, or she gets a Blanket Sphere, things get a lot easier for her. Doom gets some sort of mobility item that, like a Blink or something, which I wouldn't be surprised if he does get. Could absolutely crush this Queen of Pain. Plus, she's going to be against Alina, which Alina has really good range.
So the Lena Queen of Pain matchup, it's a pretty even matchup where Lena comes out ahead in a true 1v1, but in a 2v2. The scales tip in Queen of Pain's favor a bit more just because of the mobility, and you can just focus down the Lena.
Yeah.
And Bounty Hunter Lena, it is annoying for Queen of Pain, but kill potential isn't really there. So yeah, Clockwork Queen of Pain or Queen of Pain Night Stalker definitely can kill Lena. So good potential for snowballing this Queen of Pain there, but honestly, Execration's team fight, it looks disgusting.
Yeah.
Right. The Warlock Golem is going to soak most of the Eclipse. Faceless Void. Okay.
So this is like you could Chrono. The Lena does all of her damage. The Warlock Golem's after the Chrono, or like as it's about to end or something. And you Fatal Bonds in the Chrono. You can even Fatal Bonds in the Chrono, then drop the Golem afterwards and stuff.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's not like. It's not like when you think about Faceless Void combos, Lena's good, but everybody else is kind of like eh. But still, I think it's going to work well. And it's a Nando Void, too. I don't know. I guess he is susceptible to getting just Static Stormed and Glimpse and all that stuff, though. So he needs to be a little careful.
Yep. So without ultimates on the set of Execration, which are super long cooldown, by the way, you have Doom, Chaotic Offering from Warlock, and of course, Void's Chronosphere. Super, super long cooldowns. And Team Evos, they can pretty much just function off of the Night Stalker and Glimpses. and hookshot, right? These abilities have a super low cooldown, so they can continuously fight Execration in between these ultimates or just before they have them, and try to abuse them before a true 5-on-5 team fight comes out, right? Because they don't want to walk into that Warlock ultimate or the Chronosphere. But if they split them up and then take some engagements on their terms, it's not bad at all for Evos. Their lineup looks pretty decent against what Execration has. I'm not too convinced by this Void because I think this Doom is going to have a complete shit lane against the Luna. Luna dual lanes are super, super strong. You get your levels in time. You have a ton of right-click damage, especially with a ranged hero like the Disruptor to just constantly click the Doom down. But it looks like they're actually going to dodge. Okay, so you have Clockwork in the safe one. Well, okay, no, this guy played support, right?
Yeah, he played the Night Stalker last game.
Okay, that's right, that's right.
It's strange. By the way, they saw this warded. The Luna, yep. I don't know, that was pretty
Smoke
telltale.
was broken, and he just still placed the ward there afterwards, so...
Yeah, that's a little interesting. So that's just going to be a free 100 gold and extra ward taken. Lumic's
yep,
going to be...
he knows it.
Oh, nice ward. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, that was it. I just want to say he knew it because he threw out the chat wheel.
Yeah, there's a lot of spam going on right now. So the Luna does come back top, which is good. I think if this is a melee hero, this is a lot easier for the Doom. I think that's just a general, thing.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Wait, what? Oh, I was really confused. I thought this Radiant ward was the Dire ward. It's not. It's their own ward. He actually faked it. They already placed a ward over here when the Luna... Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
So he's just a genius.
Yeah, he's just a genius.
We're Dumbos.
Yeah, exactly.
Whoops.
That's...
I thought that too. Like, I'll be completely honest. I'm an idiot.
I think I was like thinking about it. I'm like, what? There's a Dire ward here. Wait, what? I actually confused the hell out of myself.
I did as well.
Oh, so this has been pretty common with bounties and treant protectors, is that you hit the core that's trying to block as the wave comes out, now that it doesn't aggro anymore. And that's
and you can do a ton of damage.
Yeah. As Trent was telling me about this, he does this all the time on treant because he plays a ton of treant. And then you could also, as the bounty, you could just pull the next wave too, or the wave afterwards if you want.
How fitting that Trent plays treant protector.
I know. I said the same thing the other day. Like, I'm proud of you. Lumic is just going to get a couple more auto attacks, and Logic might just die. Does have no salve.
Boy.
One more auto attack. That's Lumic. Nice. Good salve. Worth it. Worth it.
Very nice.
Tower not disabling salves anymore, or does it? I don't even know. I don't think it does, right?
No, you can salve right through the tower. They have to auto attack you.
It's pretty silly. Like, a Logic's like, I got to turn around. I don't know what Tuku was doing. I think he cogged and he wasn't able to get to a Logic. It was pretty nice. So that's a cool play. Meanwhile, Grims is giving the Shadow Word to Avil down bottom, who is the off-play Night Stalker this game instead of the core one that we saw, or the 4-position one that we saw last game. And the Lena, this is what I was talking about. Early game, she is, so many more last hits for some reason. I don't know why she's winning. Like, you said, this is supposed to be kind of an even matchup.
It's Lena favored, but with ganks, Queen of Pain can win this lane.
This is more Lena favored than I thought it was going to be, though.
Yeah, me too. I guess he started with stun, which is not the most common thing. Usually people go for 2 points in the Dragon Slave and just keep on hitting Queen of Pain, but I guess stun's actually pretty good in this matchup because you can't get Shadow Strike. The cast time for Shadow Strike is so long, you're going to tank a ridiculous amount of damage trying to do that.
Yeah, you just...
Up top, we've got the cogs onto the Doom.
Yeah, he doesn't have a Tango running, he doesn't have Scorched Earth, and he's just dead. Nor does he have a Satyr Tormentor, which he might have been able to survive had he had an extra bit of HP regen. Of course, it would have been difficult.
Yep. This Sentry Ward up top from the Dire team from Team Evos, this is making it a huge problem for Bounty to do that much in this lane. But as I said, Bounty's back. Look at this.
Yeah, the Centaur Conqueror stomps a lot of damage. Infernal Blade, good mana, good mango coming out. That might actually keep him alive. And the Sentry's there, and Lumic might die for this. Battery Cell's going to come out. Yeah, he's dead, I think. It's going to be close.
One more?
Oh my god, he actually didn't die. That's insane. So he knows there's a Sentry there now, and so that might make things a little easier for Uwe and the rest of the crew. But now that they've changed Infernal Blade, is the skill build still the same? Do you still max it, or do you maybe go Scorched Earth max instead now?
I think it is. that still is the same, but I'm not sure. I mean, Scorcher does do a lot of damage when you have it maxed, but the cooldown's so long.
And they're going to do it again. They have the Scorcher up. Tuku, they almost kill Lumic. Nice play for him to stay alive. Those cogs actually pretty insane. Lumic's going to walk into the sentry, and he dies.
Oh.
I know, like, he wanted that kill, but it was a little greedy. He knew the ward was there.
Yep. It's just so hard for a dual melee lane to kill a Clockwork. You know, you have to deal with the battery assaults, the cogs bouncing you back all the time.
Yeah.
And look at this guy. I mean, he prepared for this lane with the stout shield.
Yeah, he's even got a stick. Yeah, it's really been the cog pushback because it pushes them. It's not just the mana burn. It's more so that they're one auto attack away and they can't get the kill because of it usually.
Yep, the melee heroes just can't hit you through the cogs, and Clockwork super tanky, right? 920 HP.
Yeah.
That's rough.
I mean, Bounty Hunter's only level 2. They don't have Shuriken Toss yet, which makes things even harder. The good news for Execration, even though the top lane's not going that well, they are crushing mid with Carl. This is,
oh yeah,
and you know, this is kind of one of those matchups that I was talking about where Carl really thrives if you like on a kind of flashy hero. Lena's sort of flashy because of the spells that she uses and just being able to burst people down. And Nando's kind of the same way, and he's having a great lane bottom too.
Yeah, I would say Lena's a very high skill cap hero.
Yes.
Very difficult to play well early on in the game.
I think Nando's dead, actually. He's just going to get glimpsed back here. Yep, he's dead. He has 6 charges, but TP, maybe he's not dead. That was a really sick TP. Nah, he had Void back up.
Arcane Rune. Tough
stuff. That's why. He would have made it out otherwise. That sucks. Good try from Nando. That's a big kill. Nighttime comes out, and they needed that. And that gets this lane a little bit even down bottom.
Yep, and just look at the Warlock player, right? He knows that he has no business down bottom.
Uwe is going to get the rune. And yeah, they're actually going to get 2 top. They're going to get 2
very nice
runes for oh, and then they get off the shrine. He's got Scorched Earth. He should run. He's fine. Good play. The Courier, that's a Dire Courier. Did they see it? Grims might be able to get it. He needs 2 auto attacks. He couldn't find it. If it was the... Oh my god, Facehugger had 8 HP. Are you freaking kidding me?
Yeah,
Meanwhile,
so
they did
close.
dive Uwe, and they got the kill. How did they keep chasing him? What the hell is happening?
It's the night vision. They saw him, and he didn't see them.
Tuku, I don't think he can die here. He doesn't have cogs. Maybe he will die. They dust him. Okay, that slow might be enough. Mango coming out. Oh my god. The cogs are insane. That's ridiculous. So they miss out on like 2 kills there. One because the Clockwork has been playing really well. The other one because the Lena did the math, but it wasn't enough, I guess. But Grim's going to get chased down. Avil's going to try to get the haste.
The haste rune.
He should have just denied it, I think. Not much you can do about that, though. I think Grims is dead. The Shadow Word's going to be down unless there's a shrine up. There is, but I don't know if they're going to want to use it.
Does it even save him? I don't think
so.
It does.
He has another Shadow Word, but it's not going to be enough, I don't think. Thunderstrike and all that stuff. He's going to waste a lot of time, which I guess is nice, but yeah, he's dead. So not only does he use the shrine, you know, I guess it's not that bad, actually. It's only the shrine used, really.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
It's still a slight advantage for Execration. And remember, this is a bounty hunter game, right? Like, this is before track. Although Carl might die. What a gank. They rotate mid. I think Execration should have seen the coming. That's why Lumic, I think, rotated mid. He thought, okay, yeah, they're going to be down here. Nando doesn't have Chrono, but he is going to jump right onto Whitemon, who does have Glimpse. He's waiting for the Time Walk, but he doesn't want to dive. Now he's going to have the Time Walk away instead. And Uwe top is dead again, looks like.
Man.
Might kill a Logic, though.
Oh, Infernal Blade damage? Is it enough?
It is not. Wow. Stick charge.
The nerf smot.
Yeah, that nerf actually...
That
Old
was
Infernal
right
Blade,
there.
that's a kill, easily.
Yep.
Void onto Nando. Silence comes out. They have Glimpse as well. He has stick charges and a salve. The Shadow Word might keep him alive. It's going to be close. Time Walk away. Where's the Glimpse back? They don't have the vision with the Thunderstrike on. They will void him. He's still regenerating up quite well with the salve, too.
There's no range.
And he could have maybe turned if he had Chrono, but he didn't have it. Plus, White Moon was too far back, so...
So it's about to be daytime in 15 seconds, and Nando's 1 creep away from having Chronosphere.
Yeah. He has Shreds, too, so he does have some damage. And Shadow Word and Fatal Bonds in the Chrono might be enough to kill Avil. Probably not. He's pretty tanky in the Night Stalker. Top lane, they're going for a Logic. They finally kill him. This time, they get it done. They don't even have to use Doom, which he did actually just skill up. I think he just got level 6 off that kill, to be honest. But Okay, they're still in that. Like there's been a couple of close calls for Execration. They haven't gotten the kills they wanted. They've lost Carl once in the mid lane, but they're still ahead. Not by much, but now this is their timing. It's daytime, as you mentioned. They have Doom now up. They have everything they could really want. They have Chrono. This is their timing, I think, for Execration, at least to get more farm.
Yep, and of course Doom has this level 6, so with that Doom, Luna's going to be even more scared. But, alright, let's see what happens here with our Clockwork
Now
friend.
they see Tuku. Ube is in the tree line, but they've
Chrono
Chrono
down
bottom. DD on Avil, not going to be utilized. Grims is still level 4, so no Golem follow-up or anything. Nice pick. First
Level
Chrono.
6 Luna down here. Okay, this is interesting.
She's got Laguna. They need to be a little careful. Logic's here. He's ready with the Eclipse. Nando can just time walk it, though. They would like to find more. Shadow Word on Carl. LSA comes out. Uh-oh, Luna. Lena walks up a little too far, and Luna secures the kill, but they will lose the Clockwork top. I think that was the Doom being used. Nando has another time walk at 12, but it's going to be pretty far. They TP Facehugger, and they're still chasing, but that's the Eclipse over, and no Darkness was used. Of course, the Eclipse, pretty good synergy with the Night Stalker, but they only secure the Lena out of it. That's still really good, though.
Yep, very nicely done. Up top, though, Clockwork running down Doom.
Doom might be
Batteries, Jesus.
You can't actually get the kill on the other cog because the battery result. Dance of Death. Nice play. A battling
now
game, by the way.
Oh, yeah. That's what it's all about.
Quap's kind of still in there, still a little bit behind Lena. Luna's doing a great job now, of course, in the bottom lane. Despite dying once, still putting some pressure on the tower. She's going to go Massive Madness. They want the tier 1. Nando will walk his way out. No Chronosphere. Okay, he's maybe just dead. That was awkward. Okay, he's fine, but...
He's great.
You should not underestimate the silence. It's still a 3-second duration.
Even the daytime silence, right?
Yeah. So that gives Clockwork his level 6 top lane. So even though he died once, they gave him enough space that he actually has his big ultimate ability. And that's all you really need on Clockwork to be useful.
Yeah. Clockwork's having a fantastic game. Level 7 at 10 minutes with Tranquils. And look at his gear. His net worth is fantastic. He's ready to battle.
For a logic, they're going to turn onto Avil instead. Nando got hit by a Lucid Beam, so he can't come. Another Infernal Blade. Avil might be dead here. Logic's going to try to turn. Ube taking a lot of damage. This is aggressive. Logic sticks up, and Ube might be the one that's dead. Sonic Wave comes out, and it is double kill. So not only does he get a kill mid for Facehugger, but he rotates immediately to bottom and secures a double. And that's 3 dead, and just like that, Evos gets their first lead of the game, although it goes directly back in favor of Execration. But now, with the Static Storm and Glimpse at nighttime, Carl looks to be dead too. He's going to try to get a Force Staff instead of the Eul Scepter, and he will be down for 30 seconds now, and that is the first real lead for Evos.
Yep, 14-5, and finally Evos have a gold lead. That's insane, isn't it?
That is crazy, yeah.
It's still Nando and Carl at the top of the net worth charts. They don't have very much farm. I mean, Nando has 62 last hits at 11 minutes. It's not even close to free farm, but just so many fights going on at the same time.
It's really crazy how battling this game has been, and even the last game too. Logic in a nice position. He TP's in. Nando might walk up. Oh, he saw the Luna. If the Luna waited half a second longer, they could have gotten Nando. They do have Chrono. He's going to look for it, and he hits the Luna, but I don't... Yeah, the Glimpse comes out, and with that, that just means they're going to hook shot and try to find more. He has no time walk for another 5, and he's dead. Too aggressive from Nando. All those plays he made in the last game now coming back to haunt him. As this game, he's not having the same luck he had with the Slark. He is kind of getting destroyed, actually, in some of these fights, and...
Yep. I would say Nando is quite a high-risk player. You know, he goes for these crazy kills, tries to get involved, but oh man, it just looks so bad when things don't go your way and you happen to die. Like, that's the Chronosphere, gets glimpsed out and dies, right? Now he pretty much can only farm for the next minute and a half until his Chronosphere comes back up, but
yeah.
At least they do have Lena to do a lot of damage, so they're still not weak, right? Like, you can't walk into this Warlock Golem yet. It's just not going to work out.
This is an interesting TP. There's 3 heroes up here. They're just going to glimpse him, aren't they? Are they not? I think you just glimpse him. They're going to keep him up here. They're going to fight, but this is bad because everybody's coming. That's the Doom. Static Storm comes out. It's a good counter, but now they've got the Golem drop down with Fatal Bonds. I don't think she'll die to the Doom, but with the Shuriken toss, yes, she will. It's going to be a 2 for 2, actually. Those are track kills. Coming in from behind, they'll find a 3 for 2 with Nando getting the last hit. So they did lose the Lena. Had they just lost the Doom there, that would have been really, really, really good for Execration. But they lose a little, maybe a little too much there. Still a good fight, though.
It was still good, but yeah, you're right about the Glimpse, right? They wanted to fight that big time, but I don't know, Mont. You don't want to take these big team fights into Chaotic Offering. I mean, clearly they didn't know Warlock was there. He was in Fog, but still, right? You don't want to position yourself on a map where it makes it easy for the team to take these fights. You want to split them up as much as possible to find favorable engagements on your terms, especially when you have a vision hero like the Night Stalker.
Yeah, it's pretty... Oh, they don't have actually any detection here. I thought they might. They see the Quap, they see the Night Stalker. LSA hits, but he does have... Okay, never mind. That raindrop's gone. I was going to say he had a raindrop, but it evaporated instantly. Now they're going to find Tuku. They don't have Doom, but Tuku's dead anyway. Now the question is, can Ube get out? He's actually chasing further, which is kind of aggressive. And they get 2 kills, plus they're still pushing top with Nando. They get the tier 1 tower. What a fortuitous turn of events for Execration within the last few minutes.
Yeah, I mean, when Execration get kills, they get so much out of it. Right? That's the big difference between, I would say that's kind of a clear sign between how good a team is and how much they prioritize actually, like, scaling and, you know, gaining gold on the map rather than just killing, right? Nando, he has Chronosphere, he has a TP, he has no... there's no way he wants a TP to that. He takes a tower for free, he farms, you know, 2,000 gold in 2 minutes when that kind of thing happens. I mean,
he's just chilling.
Exactly. You know, he's just playing carry.
And the Luna, or excuse me, the Luna, Jesus. The Luna still doesn't, well, I think the Bounty might be dead. But the Luna doesn't even have her Mask of Madness yet. So Nando, like, was behind her, now is ahead of her, and now is really starting to get ahead of her. They do find a kill for Avil. They're going to smoke. They smoked on a ward, I think, actually. They just did.
Okay, yep.
It was close.
And Warlock TP's he's gone.
Yep. And they could just split up the map. They'll lose the tier 1 anyways. It was going to die one way or the other. Plus they scan too.
Yep. But you see how Evos, they commit way too many heroes for these objectives they've already acquired? Like,
yeah.
That smoke doesn't need to happen, right? Clockwork can flare behind the tower just for vision, and Luna's going to take that tower all on her own. And then Evos can set up potentially for something else in the map, like Nando farming Ancients, for example, if they happen to somehow scout that out.
Yeah. It's a very good... Like, they could use that smoke for any number of things other than going bottom.
Yes, exactly. Like, that was already accomplished. They could have done something else, and... You know, that is telling of how good a team truly is. Like, Execration, they make a play mid while taking top tower, but now they're trying to make a mid play. Here we go.
Carl.
Nando in position.
Nice chrono, but maybe not. They won't find Avil. Sonic Wave blows up Carl. Hookshot comes out a little too late. They still have Golem if they want to turn, and I think they might, actually. Nope, well, now Grims is the one that might die. They get off the Doom, but Grims is dead. That was a pretty good counter initiation. Good statics from timing. They need a Yules on Carl desperately, I think. Elijah gets a double kill in the meantime. The Mute and the Doom won't do anything to the Queen of Pain. She's fine, even with the Fiddle Bonds on her. Should still be good.
Alright, Execration.
Yeah, this game is weird.
It is indeed. It's crazy.
Like, Carl, I know what you want to do there, Carl, but force-staffing aggressively against a Disruptor with a hookshot or a Clockwork there, and not having... Like, if you have Yules, that play is probably 100% fine. Or if you hit the Chronosphere onto, like, 2 or 3, but he only hit it onto 1.
Right, and it was on a hero that was already dead.
Yeah, exactly. So that wasn't the best fight. And that the Luna gets involved in that, and she got, like, the double kill out of it, too. Or triple kill or something, or double kill plus the tower. And now she's the top of the net worth all of a sudden, and they're trading back and forth. But again, late game, who do you want to have? Obviously, Chronosphere is really good, but the amount of farm that Luna can get towards the later stages of this game and the amount of damage she'll do is pretty ridiculous. As long as you can keep her alive, she could really carry this game pretty easily.
Yep, Luna farms ridiculously fast when you have space to just farm everything, right? Once you have map control, Luna clears through these camps so quickly. You go for items. Oh, Courier dies. Bounty Hunter snipes it. They knew he was there. It was a bit peculiar.
Oh, man. Yeah, that was strange. They kind of just let him have it. First Courier snipe of the game, which, you know, Static Storm, Nando might be in trouble. Golem counter initiation, LSA. Nando's still in some trouble. Lucid Beam, he's dead. They'll turn and get one out of this at least. Can they get any more? Avil, it's daytime, and the Shadow Word and Infernal Blade force forward. Dragon Slave. Carl now has enough to get his Yules, which will keep him alive in these fights. Now the drum comes out. Whitemon gets a nice kinetic field off, but it doesn't matter, as there's a double kill for Carl because he gets a good LSA. And they're fine with that. Nando dying, pretty bad, but they still get a really good fight with the Golem dropped.
Yep, at least Nando is going for the BKB second item. Well, I guess you can call it first item, right? Mask of Madness, kind of like a, not a real item.
It's a half an item.
Yeah, sure. It's a half item.
It definitely needs it, though. Or some way to survive the Static Storm.
Yeah, it's definitely the BKB, you're right. Hookshot into the Static Storm, or even the super long silence from the Night Stalker. And not only that, but it dodges almost all the damage.
Yeah, it's true. As long, like, if he gets hooked and they can, like, chain stun somehow, which I don't think they really can. They only have, like, Lucent Beam and Void, which are the only stuns they have otherwise. So, yeah, he should be fine either way. Lumic, however, is not fine. Gotcha.
Hiya!
He shurikens him with, like, I guess there's nothing else he could do there. Might as well just hit him.
Yep. He's just dead. At least he makes them commit 2 charges of dust for that. That's value.
Yeah. Good stuff. So they'll have Chrono back up now. They don't have Golem. Their cooldowns are not really synergized right now, but that's fine. I don't think they need all of their cooldowns to win a fight. I think they just need, like, either Chrono or Golem plus, like, Doom. And it depends, I guess.
I think the big problem for Execration is Nano probably doesn't want to fight at all, right? In all these engagements he's been to, he's died in every team fight.
Yeah.
So I don't think we'll see him in a fight at all towards PvP, but actually
they're going to TP in. He's in a dangerous spot. He does time walk away. Avil might be the one that's dead. They want to get Grims. He doesn't have Golem, so him dying is not the end of the world. But now the Eclipse comes out. Nando jumps away. Smart play there. Carl's just in on the back lines trying to kill whoever he can. He does get the Quap. Now he's going to find Avil. Double kill for Carl. Now the Chrono comes out for Nando. They're going to find the Luna. That's a bigger target than whoever else they were chasing. They can go back to Whitemon now with the glimpse up on him. The TP does not make it out in time. Hookshot TP away from Tuku. He's the sole survivor. That was one of the best fights that Execration could have gotten. Really well thought out, really methodical, and Nando surviving is the biggest critical key of that because now he has his BKB.
You know, crazy things just happen in these fights. Like Nando TPs, they see him, and he, you know, that can be disastrous. They can Static Storm on top, they can hook as soon as he comes out and kill him instantly before he makes it back to his team and baits everything out, right? But
yeah.
He gets the time walk off, and then all of a sudden Clockwork kills himself trying to, well, he doesn't kill himself, but Luna charges in, gets herself in a very exposed position, uses the ultimate to zone Nando, and then gets cornered and dies. And all of a sudden, it's Evos diving into the team of Execration.
Yeah.
That's not how you can win these fights, especially with Alina, right?
Yeah.
You need to be able to jump Alina so that she can't just sit there and click you forever.
She just runs so fast. Like, even if they use abilities on her now, she has the Yules to work with. Like, the thing is, they went on Grims. He didn't have Golem. He doesn't care if he dies. He already used his other 2 abilities. He didn't need anything else to go on. You know, he's probably dead again anyway.
He's the least valuable member of the team with that ultimate.
And, like, they go on Grims. Then they all, like, Uwe gets a Doom off. Then they get off Lena's abilities. Then they get off the Void, Chrono. Like, everything that could go wrong in the fight pretty much did go wrong for Evos, and then getting the Warlock kill. And now they have to fight into BKB and Yules. Like, BKB for Void, Yules for the Lena. And all of their abilities that were magic-based, that were winning in these fights, are not going to be really useful anymore. I think if you use your abilities correctly for Execration, you win the fight. Anyways, go ahead, sorry.
No, it's okay. I was just going to say, if this is a North American team, that, you know, NA teams in general, they like to farm. I don't think any North American player would TP in there like that. As you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it would only be like a C team or a South American team who's just, these guys are born to battle.
I mean, think about where he is at in the game. He is 500 gold away from his BKB. He's getting a free wave to push top into the tier 2. Yeah, they might take that tier 2 and they might TP back and they might, you know, keep the waves pushed up. But then you just fight with your BKB once you have that. Like, that is one of the most dangerous plays, and it works out, and it's great. And like that's why some SAA teams thrive. But that could just as easily end in disaster there too.
Right, it could have backfired big time if Nano just TP'd in and died instantly, right? But these guys play with such confidence, and
yeah, that's why I love SEA. To be fair, I've seen enough NA games in my time to know that okay, they're gonna play checkmark Dota, checklist Dota. You know, some NA teams might
just farm.
Some NA teams might fight more, but they're not going to do that. And that's why like SEA teams and players like Bimbo and Nando are so cool because they always just battle. And you gotta love it.
Agreed.
It's just the most fun Dota to watch in some circumstances. Meanwhile, Carl, speaking of getting run at, BKB popped, forced, in fact. They'll TP in. Now they get the glimpse back off onto Uwe, so he's gone. And they can maybe turn this fight now that BKB is down. Oh, okay, well, that's a Chronosphere onto the Night Stalker. Still, Avil pretty tanky with the Crimson Guard. Hook shot onto the Lena. She does have a force into Yules. The Golem does come down. Static Storm is there. And it's going to try to get Carl, and it might actually get him, but they're going to win this fight, I think, one way or the other. Although Grims might die here. The Luna's coming in. She does have Eclipse. Suku is tracked up. There's the Eclipse going now. Lumik needs to be careful. Nano can time walk. He does time walk off all the damage. They will still get the kill on Lumik, but can they find a Logic? It's going to be 4 for 3. Nando can continue to chase, but he has no way of slowing down a Logic. They've already used the Infernal Blade for Doom plus the Centaur Conqueror Stomp. But great fight.
So fast.
Yeah, she's
still a good fight, right? Faceless Void, Liz. Lena does happen to die, but it was more like a turnaround thing where they did go on Lena first, and she had the BKB, and then Faceless Void came in at the end.
Oh my god. They had 4 tracks in that fight. The Bounty Hunter got 1,000 gold.
That's insane.
So he's already working on his Lotus Orb. But the Crimson Guard was a perfect purchase for Evos. You know, they need that item desperately.
Yep. It certainly helps a lot. You know, Crimson Guard's so weird, but it can be purged.
Yes, that's true.
You can't purge Pipe, but you can purge Crimson Guard.
And I was just going to say this. I'm surprised they don't have a purge creep on the Doom. He's had that Centaur Conqueror Stomp since like the beginning of the game, I think. Either that or a net. You know, I'd be fine with either of those, I think.
Yeah, at least the Stomp's good with the Blink Dagger, right? You can always blink in, land an AoE Stomp.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not the most reliable spell. It does take a long time, but it works.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'm just too obsessed with the purge creep.
Oh, the Purge Creep is definitely good, especially against the Crimson Guard. You can do one target to remove it there, and then you can purge another target. But, alright, Evos going straight for Roach.
This is interesting. They're going to have the Bounty Hunter here in a moment. They need to drop a Sentry. They've tracked up an Illusion. Do they know this is... They see that the Clockwork is over there. They know this is happening.
They know.
There's no Chrono, I don't believe. There's no Golem either, so this is the perfect time. Chrono is up in 10, but by the time he gets there... Oh! Uwe, get it! Get the Aegis! Oh, Uwe! Oh my god, where was your slot?
Click it.
Take your Quelly Blade out, but Nando gets off a nice Chronosphere looking for a Logic. That's just Aegis, though. Uwe's dead. Avil gonna get run out. There's Laguna. It's gonna be 2 down, now a third if they can get another one on Whitemon. Nando needs to be careful. They should have the... No, they don't have Eclipse up, and now the Quap is back in. Just going to work. Sonic Wave hits onto Carl, but he's Shadow Worded up. Time walking away. This is a pretty good fight for Evos. Nando thinking about jumping back in. LSA hits. Can they get this kill? They don't have the Laguna Blade. The Mantis Style comes out. They're going to find the right one. Lucent Beam, and Carl's auto attacks too much. Force forward, looking for Whitemon. Carl a little bit faster than him. The Dragon Slave coming out. Fatal Bond's also on the Quap. Needs to be a little careful. And Uwe almost made an absolutely amazing play, but it still goes pretty well for Execration nonetheless.
Yep, still good, but that's he's totally blind there, you know, and he happens to blink in at the right moment, stun every hero needed to stun, but he
yeah.
couldn't get the Aegis in time. You know, everything went right except that, but still good.
I was just talking about the Centaur Conqueror Stomp. I disregard everything I just said because he just owned with it. If
he showed you what's up.
If that's not a Centaur Conqueror Stomp, they don't even get that opportunity to have that type of fight. By the way, Void when Ags, and I thought he might do this during the draft, considering they have a Lena who already does a ton of damage, you know, and Golem and all that stuff. I thought they might go for Ags on the Void.
Yeah, it's very nice. Like, usually when the enemy has such a heavy team fight lineup, you split push, and you force them to slip around the map. But now with the Faceless Void Aghanims, he can just Chrono for one hero kill on the sidelines and still manage to group up and have his ultimate backup in time for the next team fight. So
yeah,
makes a lot of sense.
And you know, it's getting to that point where yes, you have an 8K lead, but you also have to deal with this Luna who is getting to late game, you know, territory. If they could just find one good fight for Evos, they can maybe wipe them. The issue is that they don't have that big Chronosphere type ability, you know, because all the abilities are being countered by the other items that are up on Execration now.
It's nowhere near as easy for them, right? Because their team fight doesn't really scale through BKBs. Like, you have the Disruptor combo, Clockwork's abilities, Night Stalker Silence, but on the side of Execration you have Doom, which you need to build Linkas against, not BKB. And then, of course, the Warlock Golem and Chronosphere. Like, these are very difficult abilities to itemize for, right? It's more about jumping and killing the enemy team rather than, you know, tanking through it with a BKB or something, so much harder for them to play these team fights. The team fight is just not on the same level at all. And Nando in a position where he can look to jump if he sees these heroes grouped up.
And they track. Yeah, that's an illusion. They got up baited pretty hard there, but they're still going to find the kill, and it's a track kill, and they're going to find 2 action on Tuku. So in spite of the fact that they go on the Luna, that might actually just win them the game right there. Facehugger pops his BKB. He wants Uwe. Can't find it. He has to leave, actually. He's going to hit 2 auto attacks, and I think he's dead. The Dragon Slayer, I think, might have actually killed him, or it might have been the auto attack. They have the Doom now on the Luna, too. This game might just be over. That's an ultra kill for Carl. He might find the Rampage. They're going to give it to him. Yeah. Huge fight. Huge fight for Execration. And that's going on an illusion with the Chronosphere. It doesn't matter.
Yep.
Carl just does too much damage now.
It's true, and that Pike keeps him so safe in these fights. Look at that attack range. He can just sit there and be the siege engine the entire time.
And Shadower, too, is keeping him healthy.
Yeah, Shadow and the Spirit Vessel.
Yeah.
Lots of sustain. And Chronosphere up again in 7 seconds.
And they could just use it now. He's TPing in aggressively. I think Nando could just turn around. I'm surprised they're not. They've already taken the tier 3. I guess it's probably safer to back away. Lumic might
I
die.
think he's waiting for his BKB.
They're
in
glimpsing.
7 seconds.
And they're going to leave him.
Okay, they're gone.
That's probably fine.
Oh, yeah.
If he had like a gem on the bounty, then I would say no, but obviously he doesn't.
Lumic is probably very happy to give his life for that.
Yeah. But they only lose the tier 3 out of that fight. I thought the game might just end, but the respawn times, I've noticed this recently too. I've taken a lot of those fights recently, like the team challenge games I've been playing, and it feels like everybody's death timer is super low except for the main cores, like the Luna, excuse me.
Right, once they hit that like level 20 threshold, that's when the respawn times become pretty
Nice
low.
BKB from Carl, but boy, is he in trouble. Good force down, maybe not. Hurricane Pike, and even the Warlock was there. He's going to get
There's the
hooked. Grims might die. They're going to turn in Chrono. The Clockwork not in it, but they want the Luna instead, who does have a DD. Oh, it's not going to matter. She's dead anyway. Now the Clock's going to get bashed up. Luckily, he gets the Blink off in time, but they're still going to find the Night Stalker on the other side. Nando will get glimpsed back. I believe he already used his BKB, so they can't find the turn there and getting the kill on the rest of these heroes. They have the respawning up Bounty Hunter, so he's going to get some tracks
so
off.
fast.
Yeah, I mean, with track movement speed especially, it's almost unfair. And that's a good kill onto Grims that leads into their entire team dying. That Aghanim Scepter from Nando is a pretty good item.
Man, oh man. And of course, there's a regen.
Regen, yeah. Not that he needs it anyway. Now they're going to take the tier 2. But look at like the death timer for the Night Stalker even. Like this is a
super fast.
poor Night Stalker. I guess he's only level 15. But he's got a lot of items too. I don't know. I'm surprised that it's this quick.
Yeah, it did get changed a patch or 2 ago, like 2 patches ago, where it was rescaled. So like once you hit 20, it's longer, but then before then, it's like 10 seconds faster or something. It does make a big difference.
It's surprising. But the big thing is the Luna's still dead for 40, and without her, I'm not sure you could take a fight.
And how can you with Chronosphere still being up?
Yeah, it's already up again. Ags is so good. It's so hard to play around Void sometimes if you don't have the right team.
Yep. If you don't have anything to counteract the Chronosphere, like just something that disrupts the Chronosphere so he can't click you down, then it's just so difficult to play against. 1 Chronosphere equals a kill, pretty much, on whoever gets caught. Especially when he gets items.
Either of
Yep,
those.
bench swap, Pudge Hook, Dogger Siren, Song of the Siren, just something that resets the fight.
So, Execration had a couple of missteps here and there at the beginning of the game. Nando getting a little too aggressive, Carl getting killed a couple of times with Static Storm. Eventually, they get the items they need to fight with, and once they do, it hasn't been close since then.
Yep, smooth sailing for Execration. Their team fight has kicked in, and not only do they have the team fight, but they've itemized very well on Faceless Void, for example, the Aghanim Scepter, right? You can't split push against this lineup now. Good luck.
Yeah. I mean, this is without Shadowblade or something like that, but the bounty just finds you, and then the Void just runs out there or something. Like, and that's not even needed to happen. They've just fought like 5-on-5 usually.
Carl gets the solo kill. He's got the Shadowblade.
Well, speaking of Shadowblade, yeah, there's that item. And now Logic might... It's a good thing he's so damn fast, because Lumic is almost just as fast as him. He'll get to the shrine, but they're like, fine, we'll take the Night Stalker instead. I'm fine with it. Oh my god. Destroyed. And Nando found a solo kill somewhere. It was the Disruptor with a haste rune that the Faceless Void have. He actually still has Chronosphere. I thought he used it there.
Okay, yeah, didn't even need the Chronosphere. And he's going to see the Clockwork down bottom with Luna.
Oh, he can go on the Luna. He's going to. Oh, is she going to back up, really?
Oh.
Is there a ward or something that saw him? I don't think so.
No, I think with the Luna Night Vision, she saw him. Like,
okay.
in that spot where there's no trees.
That makes a little more sense. She needs to be careful, though. Like, he still has Chronosphere. There's the hook shot. Flips. Time walk. Chrono. She's not
She's
dead.
getting clicked.
But yeah, now she is.
Oh boy.
That was the best effort they had, and that's GG.
That's GG. Yep.
I mean,
All
what
right,
else? You just don't have enough lockdown to kill the Void. Like, that was close, but not enough.
Yeah, I mean, that's the big problem, right? Like, Clockwork Hookshot is good, but it's not anything like a long disable. You know what I mean? Like, the hookshot's like a 1 second stun, then a 1.5, then a 2 at each level or whatever, but it's not enough to actually follow up and kill these heroes that are just going to press their BKB right afterwards. You need some real follow-up. Like, you have 2 silences, one in the Night Stalker, one in the Disruptor, but that's it. It's not enough to kill one of these cores later on in the game.
Yeah, it became a big issue once they got items on Execration. That's literally all that was holding them back. There was like a 20 kill lead at one point for Evos. The game ends with Execration having 4 extra kills. And the net worth graph, if you look at the XP net worth graph, it was super even for like 25 minutes of this game. And this spike right here is like, that's the Eul Scepter for the Lina, the BKB for Lina, and Nando's BKB. That's like those items right there. And then it just skyrockets. And also probably a couple of the big team fights we saw. And then it just skyrockets. And the game's over.
Yep, Evos, the early game looked pretty decent, but once the team fights started coming out from Execration, I still feel like they had no business winning that team fight.
Yeah, bottom,
lane,
yeah.
Where Nando TP'd in like that. That's actually